Hey guys, how's it going? Chris here with AC, and I'm back at Universal Studios Hollywood for my weekly update on the new Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift roller coaster. Let's take a look at everything. You know I say this every time, but this is one of my favorite views of the coaster from the Frankenstein parking structure. And it's also an area where I've seen supports staged before. We have the crane here, so maybe, let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. There's a bunch of support pieces, and there's a top piece over there as well. It says DOT, which is direction of travel, and it has the arrow. I bet at some point today they're going to be moving these pieces over to the construction site. Let's go in there in just a minute, but I also want to take a look over at this end and see if anything has changed since last week. It doesn't look like much has changed here since last week. Just have those footings awaiting supports, which, with how they're working here, could happen any day now. They're being kind of sporadic with where they're putting up supports and track. Here's an even better view of everything with the supports there. But look at this. They are putting in another rebar section for another footing. I finally get to see something that's not a porta potty. Pretty awesome. Yeah, it looks like a few more have been completed since I was here last week. And I imagine that supports are gonna come this way here pretty soon. Let's see, is it gonna go down in? Okay, there it goes. It's pretty incredible how deep these footings are, but they need to be. Either go down to bedrock or something. Well, if they don't go down to bedrock, they at least have to go down a considerable distance. And down it goes. These people on the tram tour, they're getting a really good view of it. You know, I thought they had a lot of this already done, but I guess I was wrong. I remember they were doing a lot of this a few months ago. There's so many stages going on at the same time. We have footings that are being drilled and being set and that are partially finished, and then areas that we have supports, and other areas with track. It's incredibly sporadic. I haven't seen construction like this for a roller coaster before. Usually you have all the footings go in, and then you see all the supports go in a certain direction, followed by track. But it's kind of interesting how they're doing all this. Okay, inside the park now, and that show building has grown even more, but it doesn't look like what they've built so far is going to extend all the way over to where the station, the actual station part is. That's like the maintenance bay. So I'm wondering what's going to be done for the rest of the station there. You get a better look when I go over to the other side. And then not too much different over here, just all the supports that have been there for a couple weeks now. But here is a look at all the new footings that they are working on. I'm sure they're gonna pour concrete in there really soon. And there are construction workers all over the site here as I move in the direction that heads to the end of, or the turnaround that is, of the ride. And there's more machinery up there. They've moved more stuff around. And then here we are looking at all those footings at the end that I was looking at a bit ago. And the crane. I've been kind of just hanging out here hoping that they bring up those supports we were looking at, but nothing so far. Maybe later. Let's go to the other side. Oh, also from here, the retaining wall that they were working on by the escalators is shaping up there. I'll get a better look at it when I head over there, which I'm gonna start making my way. Okay, well, I completely take back what I said about that show building. The structure is going over that dual loading station there. I just couldn't tell from the other perspective, but yeah, it's coming along. A lot has gotten done since last week. And here's just another angle of it. This guy is all over the place here working on it. Well, let's just take another look at this station building under construction. I am really curious what all this is going to look like when it's done and they have a facade on it. Here by the escalators now with another look at the station building they are working on. But let's take a peek over here and see what they've done. Oh my God! I was not expecting to see this track that's going underneath the escalator. Whoa. So like last week, they were still working on that concrete area over there. And I kind of thought that we might see some supports go up closer to the road over there maybe. And definitely not track. I was not expecting to see this. Oh, that is so incredible. Let me try to get another angle on it here. That is so cool. Yeah, just look at that dip underneath the escalators there. I'm gonna go down and get more views of this. Holy cow, that is so neat. Wow. Wow. Just wait for them to finish all of this here. It is going to be absolutely incredible to look at. I know it's going to be partially covered with a tunnel, so we'll kind of see how much you'll actually be able to see, but gosh, wow. And all this concrete down here that they poured, this came together really fast. Well, yeah, it just looks like this ramp is just for access here so they can work on getting the supports and track up. And then I'm sure if, I guess if it valleys or something, they can use it as an emergency evac area. Looks kind of ugly at the time, at the moment, but I'm sure when they're all done, it won't look too bad here. Yeah, that's gonna be so cool going underneath the escalator here. And of course, up and over it. It's going to be kind of an interesting profiling on this, because looking at the supports here, it looks like it's going to come up right over here. Just the way it twists is not a traditional inversion. That is that's something else. Okay, let's come over to this side and see what's up over here. Okay, there's that retaining wall that they've been working on, and it looks like all these footings are pretty much ready to go. They just have those wood caps on there to protect everything. And considering they have the track coming underneath already, I'd imagine that they are going to get a lot more supports and tracking here really, really, really soon. Of course, there still is all that work going on with this retaining wall here, so they have a bit more work to do with that, but everything here looks pretty ready to go. Wow, this is so cool. And then obviously that station up there is coming along and just looks so gigantic from down here. From back here, looking at the escalators and that track going underneath, it is just so awesome. I can't say that enough. And I'm just picturing when the track goes up and over that, that is gonna be absolutely enormous. And then let's just look at all the other footings that they have over here. And yeah, this is just mind-blowing. I can't get enough of this project. Just, there's so much going on here. I feel like a kid in a candy store just looking at all this. It is so incredibly exciting. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how excited you are for Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Gosh. Here's a close shot of where the track is going to go underneath that escalator there as it pops through the other side. That clearance is going to be really, really tight. Got another piece of steel coming in for the station building. That's a little tiny piece. And then here we are with that retaining wall they are working on. Super awesome stuff, guys. Well, just a moment ago, this crane moved, but it didn't pick up those supports that we were looking at the start of the video. Looks like it's picking up some rebar or something. Not as exciting. Hey, at least it's not a porta potty. All right, well, that's gonna do it from Universal Studios Hollywood. I'll be back here next week. Until then, have a good one. All right, bye guys.